Welcome to TeamTalk for iOS tutorial part 2. In this segment, we're going to cover how to configure a server, save a server, connect to the server, as well as explore what happens once you connect to a server. It is hoped that by the end of this tutorial, you will feel confident in connecting to a TeamTalk server by using your iOS device of choice. So without any further ado, let's transition to the iPhone. Okay, so I have my iPhone in my hand, and we are back on the servers list where we left off when we finished the previous segment. So if we swipe to the right, we're going to find
Add button.
An add button. This add button allows you to be able to add a server manually so that you're able to configure a server on your iOS device. So we're going to double tap.
Add server list. Back button.
The first thing you'll land on is the back button once you double tap. So if we swipe to the right a few times.
Server entry. Heading. Save. Button. Server list entry. Heading. Name. Type text here. Text field.
So what you heard was server entry, heading, save, server entry, name, and then a text edit. So this text edit allows you to configure your server to however you wish to label the server of choice you're trying to connect to. In this case, we're going to type in
Insertion point at end.
test.
Cap T. E. S. T.
Okay, so I just typed in test as a server name, but you can of course label it however you wish. And if we touch to the top left, as we've done before,
Host address.
we land on host address, or if you for some reason landed somewhere, you can use your left or right swipe gestures so you can get to the host address. And if we swipe to the right,
Type text here. Text field.
we're going to type in the host address.
Insertion point at end.
So we're going to type in
M. A. N. D. O.
Mondo,
Period.
period,
J. C. Hyphen. A. O. S. T. I. N. G. Period. M. E.
So I just typed in a TeamTalk server address of mondo.jc-hosting.me. We are going to then touch on the center or top left of the screen.
TCP port.
So we're going to find, if we for some reason screw up, you're going to find where it says TCP port using your left and right gestures. And since we've landed there, we're going to swipe to the right.
10,333. Text field.
So you can erase this because, of course, by default, it is set to 10,333.
Insertion point at end.
And I'm going to replace,
Delete. 3. Delete. 3.
and I'm going to replace it with 016.
8. 0. 1. 6.
Okay, so now we just entered my TCP port of 10,016. And if we touch towards the top center,
TCP port.
so as you can tell, I just screwed up. So I'm going to swipe to the right with one finger until we find the UDP port.
Text field. Is editing. 10,016. UDP port.
And if I swipe to the right past the UDP port,
10,333. Text field.
I'm going to do the same thing as
Insertion point at end.
I did with the TCP port. I'm going to double tap and erase the 3 3s and replace it with 016.
Delete. 3. Delete. 3. Delete. 3. 0. 1. 6.
We got that set, and we're going to touch on the top center of the screen.
Host address.
And I once more didn't guess where I did it, so I'm going to swipe until I hear username.
Authentication. Heading.
If you want to use your rotor headings, you can do this by, of course, doing the rotor gesture and switching your rotor to headings and navigate by heading. This would be the alternative way of doing this if you are proficient. But if not, fear not, we can do this the long way, and it's no problem. As long as you get to where you need to get to, everything will be fine. So we swipe to the right.
Username.
Username. We keep on swiping to the right.
Type text here. Text field.
You can type a username if it requires, or alternatively, if we swipe to the right again,
Password.
you can type in the password, of course. And if we swipe to the right again,
Type text here. Secure text field.
this allows you to type in your password.
Facebook login. Switch button. Off.
Facebook login switch button off. If your server that you are interested in allows you to connect to its server via a Facebook account, you can check this box, as I'm going to do.
On. Password.
And since we did this, let's see what happens.
Type text here. Secure text field. Actions. Heading.
So I swiped past the passwords, now I'm back to actions.
Connect. Button.
I can hit the connect button.
Delete server. Button.
I can delete the server. but I don't want to do either of them. Now what I want to do is touch the top left. We're going to find basically to where we go back to where it says the server heading by touching on the top left.
Server list entry. Heading.
On the server list entry, and we're going to swipe to the left until we hear the save button.
Server list entry. Heading. Save. Button.
And we had just saved it. So we're going to double tap on save.
Preferences. Button.
If your server, however, does not require you to connect via the Facebook, where it says the username and password, you will enter its required field. But for this demonstration, we're going to connect to the server with the Facebook account. So if we swipe to the right, we're going to go to our created server that we just entered.
Server list. Heading. Add. Button. Test. Mando. JC hosting. Me. Button.
We just found the server that we configured manually. So I'm going to swipe down with one finger until I hear connect.
Connect to server.
Connect to server. We are going to double tap on the connect button.
Alert. TeamTalk wants to use Facebook.com to sign in.
And I just got a message saying TeamTalk wants to use Facebook.com to sign in. If I swipe to the right,
this allows the app and website to share information about you.
It's basically saying it's going to allow the app to share information about you, which if we swipe to the right again,
cancel button.
You can cancel it or
continue button.
Continue, which I am going to double tap on the continue button.
TeamTalk address 12%.
And it's going to throw us into Safari. And if we swipe to the right,
reload button. Cancel Facebook heading level 1. Facebook link. Log into your Facebook account to connect to TeamTalk. Main landmark.
And if I swipe, it says log into your Facebook account using TeamTalk.
Log in with the Facebook app. Link.
And you have the option of logging with the Facebook app.
Or log in with phone or email. Link.
Log in with phone or email. I'm going to go ahead and log in with the Facebook app. So if I swipe to the left,
log in with the Facebook app. Link.
I double tap on that.
Alert. Open in Facebook.
I got another alert.
Cancel button. Open button.
It was asking me if I want to open in Facebook, which I do. So I'm going to double tap on
open button.
The open button.
Facebook. Cancel button. Confirm login. Heading.
Now it opened the confirmed login on my end.
You previously logged into TeamTalk with Facebook. Table start. Landmark.
And since I've done this before, it said that I've previously logged in with TeamTalk. Your options may vary. So if we swipe to the right.
Would you like to continue? Table end.
Would I like to continue? Yes, I do.
Continue button.
Or in your case, I'll say, do you want to allow TeamTalk to use your Facebook account? Which in this case, you will click continue.
Continue. Footer. Landmark.
And I double tap.
Disconnect. Button.
And now I'm connected to the server. If you've just installed TeamTalk, it's going to ask you, would you allow to use your microphone? Which in this case you do. And once you have allowed it, you will land on the disconnect button. So to summarize, we explored how to configure a server on TeamTalk for iOS and how to save the server. And we've connected to our saved server. Now we're going to explore what's in this screen. Once you have connected to the TeamTalk server of choice, whether it was via the Facebook method, whether or not you entered a username or password, or if somebody emailed you a TeamTalk file or TT file, or you retrieved one from the internet, you're going to land on the disconnect button. So now we're going to explore by swiping to the right.
The VIP Mansion. Welcome home. Heading.
And as you heard, it said the VIP Mansion. Welcome home. We're going to swipe to the right.
Add. Button.
And if you're an admin, you can add a channel from here, which I do not recommend.
Armando iPhone. Button.
And then
Actions
as you
available.
heard to the right, it said Armando iPhone, meaning I am the only one that logged in. If I swipe to the right.
User. Image.
It's basically saying that I'm a user.
Text messaging. Button.
You can send somebody a text message. That is myself or whoever's on the server.
The VIP Mansion. Welcome. Button.
The VIP Mansion welcome. Here's where you can double tap and join because in my case, if you recall, I did not tell TeamTalk to auto join a channel. And I did this so that I can find the channel that I want to join instead of TeamTalk throwing me in the main channel. This is a matter of choice whether or not you would like this feature enabled. I personally don't care for it, but others will agree or disagree, and that's fine. And we're going to swipe to the right.
Channel. Image.
It's telling you it's a channel. If we keep on swiping.
View. Button.
You can view users in there if you double tap on the view.
Transmit inactive. Button.
Transmit inactive. This is where you can double tap to open your mic, and this is where you can single tap to close your mic if you're using a pair of earbuds. Or if you're doing this via the touchscreen, you can double tap on the transmit button to open the mic and double tap again to close. So if I swipe on the view, I'm going to
View. Button.
swipe left
Actions
and
available.
double tap. As VoiceOver will tell you, it says actions available. So if we swipe down,
Join channel.
you can join a channel.
View properties.
You can view the channel properties.
Activate. Default.
You can activate as is the default.
Join channel.
Or join channel in my case. Now to activate this will bring up the list of other channels that are here. Since I have it on auto route join disabled, I'm going to swipe upwards until I hear
Activate. Default.
activate, and I'm going to double tap.
The VIP mansion. Welcome home. Back button.
And it opened.
Save. Button. Channel properties. Heading.
I can change the channel properties if I'm an admin, which we're not going to cover, so we're going to
Save. Button. The VIP mansion. Welcome home. Back button.
swipe back.
Disconnect. Button.
Now if I swipe until I find the VIP mansion again,
Armando iPhone. User. Text messaging. The VIP mansion. Well, join channel.
I'm going to join channel by swiping down to join channel and double tapping here.
Armando iPhone has joined the channel. Afternoon pandemonium on. Button.
And I just got thrown into joining the channel. And since there's nobody else in the channels, that's why it didn't show me. But right now, it's showing me my list of channels. So if I swipe to the left,
Text messaging. Button.
I hear text messaging,
User. Image.
user.
Armando iPhone. Button.
It shows me on here since I'm the only one here.
Add. Button.
And of course, if you're an admin, you can add, which I am going to swipe to the right.
Armando iPhone. Button. Actions available.
And I'm going to keep on swiping.
User. Image. Text messaging. Button. Afternoon pandemonium on. Button.
Now, let's say if I wanted to join the afternoon pandemonium, I can swipe down to
Join channel.
join channel and double tap there, which I don't want to do since nobody's in here. And I'm going to swipe to the right,
Channel. 0 users. Image.
and there's 0 users. So, for example, if somebody's in here, it'll say 1 user or 0 users.
View. Button.
And you can view
User offices. Please choose. Button.
user offices, please choose. This is a channel, and it's got sub-channels in here. So, if I swipe to the right,
Channel. 0 users. Image.
I'm going to double tap on the
Activate. Default.
activate.
Channel. 0 users. Image.
If I swipe to the right,
View. Button. Transmit inactive. Button.
I had the view and the transmit inactive. If I swipe to the left,
View. Button. Channel. 0 users. The Tutoring Cafe. For SE. Button.
I swiped to the left and it took me to the tutoring cafe. And I swiped to the left again.
View. Button. Channel. 0 users. Image. Armando's Director Cabin. Button.
And then it took me to Armando's director cabin, which of course there's 0 users as you've heard earlier as we swipe to the left. We're going to keep on swiping until we find
View. Button. Channel. Image. Parent channel. The VIP mansion. Welcome home. Button.
and you heard what it said, the parent channel of the VIP Mansion Welcome Home. I'm going to join this channel
View properties. Activate. View properties.
or activate.
Activate. Default. Afternoon pandemonium on.
So now we're back out of the sub channel. And if I swipe to the left,
Text messaging. User. Image. Armando iPhone. Button.
and I'm back to myself. Please note, to join a password secured channel, you will have to find the interested channel, swipe down to join channel, double tap, it's going to ask you to enter the password, and once you are done, you're going to swipe to the right until you hear join. So say for some reason if I'm too loud for you, what you can do to turn a user down is, if we swipe downwards,
Send private message.
you can send a private message,
Mute.
you can mute the user,
Activate. Default.
you can activate,
Send private message.
and that's about it. So if we swipe upwards,
Activate.
we're
Default.
going to double tap on the activate button.
The VIP mansion. Welcome home. Back button.
And if we swipe to the right with one finger,
Armando iPhone. Heading. General. Heading.
and it said general, so we're going to keep on swiping.
Username.
It's going to show you the username.
Type text here. Text field.
If the username is blank, that means this was a blank account you logged in. But say, for example, if I logged in with an admin account, it's going to give me an admin username of whatever I chose it to be. If I swipe to the right,
Volume controls. Heading.
volume controls, we swipe to the right.
Voice volume.
Voice volume,
50%. Adjustable.
we swipe to the right. And this has the adjustable downwards to decrease
40%.
and upwards
50%.
to increase. And if we swipe to the right,
Mute voice. Switch button. Off.
you can mute the voice and you can double tap on that for on or off.
Media file volume.
We swipe again to media file volume,
20%. Adjustable.
20% adjustable. Say that somebody's either too loud or too quiet for as far as the stream goes. You can turn it down here, taking into account that they're streaming via the TeamTalk method where you can input a file or an internet stream. Down gesture to decrease.
0%.
And the up gesture to increase.
10%. 20%.
And I will leave it at 20%.
Desktop. Switch button. Off.
And if you have the desktop, you can tell it not to share desktop with you.
Actions. Heading.
Or you can have it actions too.
Kick user. Button.
You can kick a user from here. Of course, provided that if you have admin rights.
Kick and ban user.
You
Button.
can kick and ban a user. And that is it. So now we're going to touch to the top left of the screen.
The VIP mansion. Welcome home. Back button.
Until we hear the VIP mansion welcome home back button.
Armando iPhone. Button. Actions available.
And we just explored how to mute a user, turn down a user, turn up a user, extreme, and so on. And if we swipe to the right past the transmit button.
Selected. Channels. Tab.
You have your channels list. You have your
messages. Tab.
Messages
2 of 3.
list.
Preferences.
And
tab.
your preferences.
3 of 3.
The messages tabs on the TeamTalk for iOS is equivalent to the channel messages tab on the Windows side of TeamTalk. This is where you can read all of the incoming channel messages that are happening as you are participating in TeamTalk. So say if somebody tells you, hey, you're too loud, you can swipe to the right until you hear preferences, double tap, and let's just say that I'm loud, so I double tapped, and I'm going to find sounds.
Maximum text length. Limit length of names in channel list to 25 characters.
Which I'm not going to demo here, but you pretty much get the gist. And to get back to the channels, you're going to touch to the bottom right of the screen.
Selected. Preferences. Tab. 3 of 3.
And it's going to be a hit and miss, so depending on your skill, you can touch to the bottom of the screen.
Selected. Preferences. Tab. 3 of 3.
Then we're going to swipe to the left.
Messages. Tab. 2 of 3.
Until we hear the channels.
Channels. Tab. 1 of 3.
Double tap.
Selected. Channels. Tab. 1 of 3.
And you are pretty much back to where you were. And to close TeamTalk, we're going to access your app switcher. In this case, I'm going to double click on my home key. Your phone may vary, especially if you have the iPhone 10 and newer.
App switcher. TeamTalk. Active.
And I'm going
Actions
to
available.
swipe down.
Close TeamTalk.
To close TeamTalk. And we just concluded our tutorial for TeamTalk for iOS. I hope you have learned what I had to give you as far as pointers and anything else that I've tried to cover. If you are lost in something or if you have any questions, you can email armando@theskybeam.com. Questions, feedback is definitely appreciated. As always, I thank you again for following along on the TeamTalk for iOS tutorial. Take care. So long. God bless.